I'm Jon Massmann with Isthmus Sailboards. Today we're going to be talking about and rigging the Duotone E-Pace sail, the 2021 E-Pace, in our complete rig package. And below is the boom, mast, extension, base, and uphaul that you'd be getting in this particular rig package. Go by a step-by-step to how to rig the sail and tune it properly, so you won't have any problems when you receive the sail from us and you want to fine-tune it, make sure you're rigging it correctly. Let's get started. The new sail, we've already removed some of the packaging, but the sail is going to have the packaging on it, so it'll be just like when you receive it. This is a 5/8 Duotone rig sail, Duotone E-Pace rather. Sail has a nice toggle to hold it tight. Remove that. Be sure the wind is on your back when you are rigging it for the first time. Roll the sail out. Remove the packaging, excess packaging. And roll the sail all the way. What's important to note on the E-Pace, regardless of what size sail you get, you will get instructions pretty much telling you how much mast extension is going to be needed, what mast length, and then the boom length that you need to rig the particular sail size that you receive. So today we have the 5/8, uses a 430 centimeter mast. The mast in our package is the GT60, 60% RDM skinny carbon fiber mast. This is a true constant curve mast. We find rigs this sail really nicely. We have our dog helper Lita with us today. The boom that you'll be getting is the Aeron HD 29 boom. Maybe a good thing to do is to be sure to attach the uphaul to the front end of the boom. Here we have a loose rope on the front end. That's for attaching the uphaul. In this case, we have an ion right now in the package. Most of the time it's a Dakine Chinook, so it might vary slightly. You take the rope end of the uphaul, you feed it through the front end rope, and pull it taut, and now you have your uphaul attached. You shouldn't have to do that again. Notice the writing on the boom. The uphaul is hanging downward. This boom is equipped with a shim in the front end handle that will accommodate the RDM mast. If you don't want to use if you're not using an RDM mast with this sail, you simply pop out the front end. We are including an RDM with this particular sail. Mast extension. This is a Aeron skinny aluminum extension. The collar is a cam collar. You simply push on the bottom hinge area to adjust it any length that you need. In this case, it says 6 centimeters max extension, so we're going to just go right to the 6 centimeter marking on the extension, so we'll be ready to rig the sail right away. I like to piece the mast together as I'm feeding it up the mast sleeve. So skinny mast tip first, goes up the mast sleeve pocket. Take your second section, make sure that these are clean sections in case you drag it in the sand. You don't want to be putting sand in the sections. Put the top half, bottom half into the top. Continue driving the mast up the mast sleeve. First time rigging the Duotone, you'll have a little more resistance in the mast sleeve. We'll try to keep the sailcloth suspended off the ground while we're fitting what's called a top cap that they have on this sail over the tip of the mast. Make sure you get that mast tip seated right in the top. Continue to pull the mast sleeve material. Next, we're going to insert the mast extension at our number 6 setting and feed the rope into the pulley system like so. Outer, so underneath, outer, will go on the outside inner. This only has a 4-to-1 purchase, so we're just going to feed it through here twice. Come out the inside, wrap around the inside, and feed the rope through the cleat. There's another feature that Duotone includes. This is called your setting, and you'll notice some Velcro on the inside panel here for the mast pad and a little window. And when we're done rigging and we find out what our setting, because it's your setting, this line is supposed to line up with the bottom of your extension. So you'll be able to downhaul, make sure that you're in the same place every time. For now, I'll just roughly put this on here. You'll see that marking in there. And we'll come back to that in a moment. Downhaul the sail. We'll grab, I like to use a Maui hookup for downhauling my sail. But right now, I can set my sail down on the ground gently, wrap the rope around the Maui hookup, back through, and now we're going to simply downhaul the sail to the described setting. Now, whether this is right, this is relative to their mast. We might be coming back and adjusting this. Generally speaking, we don't want the mast tip to extend in front of the mast, and that is what's happening right now. So we're going to need a little more downhaul tension on this extension. And that can happen with some brands of masts that are different from the manufacturer, sail manufacturer. Release downhaul tension. We're going to go to a 10 marking on this particular sail, just for safekeeping for now, so we can get enough downhaul tension. Now when I downhaul the sail, I still have a gap, so I'll probably back off one. We just need to go one higher setting on this extension for it to rig properly or get the batten tips away from the very leading edge of the mast. Next, we're going to take our boom marking at 180 centimeters. Let's try it there for starters. On the Aeron boom, you can see we have a 180 marking, and you'll simply close the clasp in that setting. Next, we're going to slide the mast up the mast sleeve. Duotone has a nice marking for boom height relative to your height You generally want to have it at shoulder height. We can come back to this. I'm going to set it in the middle. Bring that rear gate around the back side of the mast, and then we'll simply pull the front end around the mast, open up our handle, fit the rope over the flange, and then close it. You're always going to want to hear a snapping sound for minimum tension of your boom clamp on the mast so it doesn't slide. The rear of the boom, could have untied this, but has what's called a loop and go. It's all looped already. You put it through the grommet. So the difference in the grommet placement, if you go in the lower grommet, it opens up the leach of the sail more. If you put it in the upper grommet, you pull more tension along the leach of the sail, subject to wind conditions, preference, and boom height. I'm going to go on the higher grommet for now. This is at the 180 setting. We might adjust it a little bit from there. And let's take a look, see how this one rigs. So with our outhaul setting at the 180, which they call as the maximum, you'll find that the batten tips are all well behind the leading edge of the mast, especially the foot battens. That'll help rotation, especially right above the boom. So you have a clean rotation around the mast when we tack. There are basically some markings here for maximum wind, minimum wind. That will decipher how much scalloping you have of your topsail panels. I find that's really hard to see, so there will be some variation from mast to mast as far as how well that is defined. A pawl simply comes right through a pocket here. There's an opening. You can wrap that around the extension. And next I'm going to stand up and make sure it rigs how I'd like it to. So this should give you a good overall rigging. I think I'm happy with the base extension setting. I'll probably back off 2 centimeters, so it's just going up 2 centimeters longer than recommended. To rig on the sail properly, you get good rotation, you have good stomach. If you are foiling with this sail, because this sail has the capability of great free ride windsurfing and foiling capability, you will want to give more outhaul tension to the sail for a little flatter profile for wind foiling. So let's finish up the rigging process here. When you're happy with how it shapes up, we are going to do a little bit of fine tuning here in the end. Your sail bag will have a manual to show you the rigging of their sail, and also comes with a rigging tool. Rigging tool is something that say tuning for batten tension tool is more accurate. Something that you'll basically adjust usually when the sail is brand new and not have to worry about it. If you can see the reflection in the sail, there are some wrinkles that are extending up the mast sleeve from basically what we call batten number 3. You have a little bit of a wrinkle in the red cloth. Here, batten 4, more wrinkles in the tip, down to the foot. So what we want to do is try to eliminate those wrinkles in the sail so we support the sailcloth maximum. So I'm going to insert the key into batten number 4. And as I turn that, you'll see that those wrinkles are disappearing. The sailcloth is more supported. Same thing here. You can see the wrinkles. We'll turn this clockwise to tension it, and you'll see that those wrinkles in the sailcloth are disappearing. And it's just like a half turn will generally take care of most of this. The foot batten, do it one more here. Now you should have much more supported sailcloth shape. Another unique feature that Duotone has is this is a harness line placement, kind of the center of your harness lines around this. If you draw an imaginary line right through the sail, you should set your harness line on both sides of that mark. Last few things that we do before we go out on the water. You don't want to have excess outhaul rope hanging off loose. We'll want to tie that. Right before I go there, I'm going to adjust the outhaul to show how you can change the stomach of the sail. Remember, this is maximum outhaul right now that we're running on the sail. If you do want to run it a little lighter wind and want a fuller shape to the stomach of the sail, adjust less outhaul. 2 centimeters would be the difference, or 2.5 centimeters that you can adjust, but you will want that tail end to come tight to the back end of the clew of the boom. Excess rope, simply wrap it around, feed under itself, and cinch down. That should hold it tight while you're windsurfing. Downhaul setting. The mast extension is what we're trying to line it up with. Set the line right on the bottom of your mast. Feed the Velcro over it, and your setting should be set right in the middle for downhaul tension. Last, you can take your excess rope. Aaron has a nice little hole. You can feed the rope right through. It comes right up the top of the cleat assembly. That'll hold that rope in tight. And you take your excess and you can either put it in this pocket or wrap it around the bottom of your extension, whichever you prefer. Notice I have a gap right now. It's about 2 centimeters. So if we once again drop down one setting on the base extension, we would have a tight connection between the pulley of the extension and the sail. This wraps around like so. I loop it over. Once again, uphaul, it's clamped there, and you should be ready to windsurf. With our rig packages, we do include a 1-bolt Euro pin to match the extension. Simply connect it to your board, and then connect your sail rig to the board. Next, we'll de-rig the sail just to show you quickly how that is done. And then we'll wrap up the video. So first thing you're going to do is you're going to remove the boom from the sail, from your rig. Loosen this. Remove the loop and go. Remove the boom. Pull your uphaul off your extension. Move your downhaul. You can grab your downhaul tool if you like to try to release it out of the cleat. Pull a little bit of downhaul and lift up, and it'll come out. Once again, pull the rope out. Pull your extension off. Support your sailcloth and start twisting your mast to extract it from your mast sleeve. The sections come apart. That's fine. Make sure you try to dry off your sail as best you can. And then when it comes to putting your sail away, we're going to roll the sail from the top, a generous roll, and then I just hold a snug tension on the sail as I'm rolling down to line up my battens. Take the toggle, pull it over the top of the sail, and now your sail should be tensioned. With Duotone, like a lot of brands, they actually have you insert the tail end of the sail in the sail bag with the mast sleeve towards the end. This is how they do it. It's unusual from a lot of brands do it just the opposite way. And there you have it, the Duotone E-Pace sail, the rig pack from Isthmus Sailboards. Includes everything that you need for rigging the sail properly. Let us know if you have any questions. Give us a call, and we'll be happy to assist you.